In the last part, we saw UNUS later had arrived. In his letter, the skirmish between UNUA and Yuan Yang was not in the least bit mentioned. Chu Xiao only heard of this incident from the guards that followed around the Yu. Thinking about the risks of facing 30,000 troops with merely 5,000, she could only feel chills go down her spine. The Wei Emperor did not have much time left, and for 2 whole months he had been absent from the court. The struggle for power in the Wei Empire had started to reach a climax. Once one was not careful, one would face a risk of total destruction. In Chu Xiao's free time, she started to head to the temple and started to copy Ping Jing and Lan Jing. Firstly, she could kill time. Secondly, by copying these sculptures, she could calm her heart. And thirdly, she had someone in her heart that she wished to be blessed with protection. With the smoke from the incense rising and dissipating into the air as a thin veil of fog, Chu Xiao suddenly remembered the Empress of Liang that she only had one encounter with. After waking up from her nap that day, she could see the gentle lady looking at her, and peacefully Chu Xiao was instructed to advise Xiao Che not to tear down the temple. That time, the Liang princess was still the crown prince, who did things based on his whims. Yet now, he was the emperor of Liang, who could order the deaths of many or start an entire war with his casual comments. Shu Shui was now also appointed the supervisor of the Mihi resident. And this young girl, who had grown up in the palace and seen all of its glory and darkness, looked on at Chu Xiao in puzzlement. As she frowned and asked, "After seeing Lady Chu this time, I feel that you feel different from last time, as if you have something more." Chu Xiao lifted an eyebrow and asked, "Oh, what do I have now?" Chu Shui smiled, and with the comb that was made using cow horn, she tidied up Chu Xiao's hair and quietly explained, "The last time, when Lady came back from Yanbei, you are like a withered lotus at the end of summer. Now you seem like the lotus that has just passed through winter." Really? Chu Xiao tilted her head, and her porcelain fingers passed through her dense hair. Her expression was like trees that stood alongside the river after winter had just passed. The sharpness in her eyes had been lost, as though the decade of soldiers had just been a dream. Living in Jinwu Palace, she was merely waiting patiently, and the flowing time had finally given her a chance to be at peace. Near the end of the year, she met He Xiao. In the coldness of the winter, she donned a silver white fur cap, and just as she was strolling at Bercy Pavilion with Mei Xiang, Mei Xiang chanced upon He Xiao, who had just exited from Yixing Palace. He was already an appointed major in the south camp of the Liang Empire and was a rank 3 official that had been especially noted by Xiaoche. Even though this was the harem, He Xiao could still enter and live freely. Since parting with Chu Xiao in that battle, this was the first time that they had met. The duo was definitely quite awkward. He Xiao's lips were trembling as he wished to address her as master, but the words eventually halted at his mouth, and he called out, "Lady Chu." Waving, Chu Xiao dismissed the servants, and with only Mei Xiang, she headed up the Raisi pavilion. Wearing a green official uniform, He Xiao was firm and handsome, and had a certain aura that could only be developed after going through many ups and downs in life. Mei Xiang stood outside the pavilion, and as the wind blew, Chu Xiao's cap swayed like a waft of smoke. She did not speak much, and merely stood to face the wind. The pavilion was tall, and beneath it was water flowing out from the Queen pond. The water flowed down, producing sounds of splash. He Xiao's calm and firm voice resounded from behind, quietly and calmly. "The wind is rather wild here. It may be rather bad for ladies' health. It would be good to head back to rest." Were not the winds in Yanbei ever bigger? Chu Xiao turned back with a perfectly calm face, yet her eyes seemed to be veiled by something, causing others to be unable to read her emotions. She continued to ask, "He Xiao, are you blaming me?"
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me.
Thank you so much for watching. Stay with me, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of the next part of the story. Thank you.